Rick's sitting next to me, Rick.
Let me tell you something.
Did Matt say anything before he left?
He
Other
said
than watermelon?
he's gonna pop off for the night. And I
Shit.
said before D&D, and he said, "Yeah, I'm not feeling good."
He didn't even order us pizza.
And then away he went.
No, I hope he feels better. Oh, it is 3:00.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, I guess I'll do last time on D&D then. Last time on D&D. Wait, do we have everyone here? Mai?
Yep.
Aaron? Alu?
Here. Present.
Quinn's asleep, but I'll throw something at Quinn eventually.
Quinn
is asleep.
You had just fought the mimics, and you won the fight. I believe Isla had taken quite a bit of damage and maybe moving a little slower. Healing, resting up just a little bit. Spotlight went into the jaws of the dead mimic and saw something interesting. So they tried to grab it with a mage hand, and with a very high sleight of hand roll, they pulled out some magical looking claws. Along with the claws, outside of the mimic, there was some mummified corpse. And this mummified corpse is now currently laying there. There was a separate group that was studying the shield on the right side of the map, and the four of them eventually gave up and wandered off. 5 people entered the trap room with the elementals, and as soon as 5 people were in the room, the doors sealed off, and you were attacked by these elementals. and some mystery lady. Onyx is barking. 1 second. Eventually, you lost a ghoul, and the door opened up. You shouted for help, and the rest of the group came running. Jeffrey was able to kind of tank quite a bit of it, surprisingly. And eventually, you were able to defeat all of the elementals and the lady. The lady did teleport away. She did survive. And Jeffrey technically died. He had been exsanguinated by the witch, and this exsanguination bolstered the elementals that were fighting you. But he was eventually brought back, I believe, by Cracked Egg, if I'm remembering correctly.
That sounds right to me.
The last thing that happened, yeah, you can have Sour Patch Kids, love. Go have them. Nibble on those kids. Did you bring me some Takis when you get up? And a Pepsi? And then also give me a kiss.
I'm glad this is being on the record.
Oh. Great. The last thing that happened in the session was Jeffrey stormed out of the area after being revived. I believe Isla was still slowly making their way down the passageway, not too sure about backing up this random group of people. And I think Seti Shakur was following behind, but I think I'm just going to have to make him a silent observer. If anyone else wants to take up that plot hook, feel free.
He stabbed the puddle.
Shaku!
The fight is over, it seems. Your ghoul is dead.
Again.
Jeffrey is thoroughly traumatized. What do you guys do?
Never play a summoner class in Richard's D&D ever. I don't think I've ever had a companion monster that has ever lived more than one round in combat.
Ink Defender. He lived a bit.
Ink Defender? No, I crunched that thing many
he
times.
specifically targeted Ink Defender every time.
He was a
And it was a defender
boy.
class with a defensive reaction. Brutal. Could never use it. It was always dead ASAP.
When you give me a free health pool to chew through, I was like, oh, good. Something that I can show how dangerous this enemy is.
Yeah, note to self. From now on, any summons need to explode on death. De-incentivize targeting them.
Can I ask about this plot hook you mentioned? I missed how it's.
So Jeffrey died, and when he woke up, he just kind of like got out of the area, clearly looking upset. And that is the token that is approaching your token at the top of the screen.
Oh. Okay. And he's upset, huh?
Yes. His eyes are sunken. All of the color has been drained from his features, which is especially impressive for a tiefling. Does anyone from the party follow after him?
Mm,
I
I'm
suppose
just
I might
scared
give them
to.
different circumstances. But I think Niv's going to be busy licking their wounds. Checking on
Same.
I would only, if in passing, offer any healing to help boost if he's low on health. So.
He sees you, and he kind of like hides his face. What do you say?
Can you remind me if I was part of that? If I witnessed him die?
You did not witness him die. You were kind of apprehensively following behind, not knowing if you could trust getting into some sort of
Right.
scenario with these people.
But I was in the previous battle where he was definitely very involved, so there's a little bit of
Yes.
camaraderie there. So I definitely ask if he's all right, if I can help with any battle wounds.
You want to also give me a medicine check?
Yes, that is done.
On your character sheet, there should be a button that says medicine on the left side somewhere.
Sorry, I don't have a character sheet open, which I should.
No worries or rush. Everybody's getting their bearings still.
Okay, on the character sheet there is you mentioned medicine check.
Yep, it should be on the left side if I'm remembering correctly.
On the main
In the skills section on the core page.
Oh right, and I click on that, yes.
Yep.
And then this happened. Look, it happened. There you go.
Excellent.
Did it.
Yeah, looking at him, he is messed up. His coloring's all off. He has deep wounds and even some like currently bleeding wounds.
Oh no, poor thing. Am I able to offer? I mean, I can make things that heal him, like the berries, right? And other healing things. Am I able to? I mean, would he like to? I don't want to force healing on this person.
You'd probably have to convince him to calm down. Because right now it seems like he's approaching you and he's going to walk past you.
Okay. I mean, don't have any charisma skills. I don't think I can really convince him.
So it isn't solely charisma because it's also problem solving on the player's part. So if you say something that's particularly convincing, you'll get advantage.
Sure. Jeffrey, that's a mighty big wound you have there. May I help you with it?
All right. Give me a persuasion roll.
That one.
Don't worry, Ali. I never get any advantage on my charisma rolls. Trust me.
That sounded like an innuendo.
Like I said, no charisma. I mean, I could just throw the healing berries at him. Maybe he'll catch one.
Just start flinging berries at their back. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
You hear down the hall Bobby shout, "Oh, Jeffrey, wait up!" And he will also try to convince him not to run.
On.
And rolls a 2. But Jeffrey stops next to you and is flanked by Bobby.
Yeah, surround him. That sneak attack.
So you cast Goodberry?
Yeah. Let's just offer berries, please.
All right. You offer him berries, and he puts his hand out to catch the berries. He doesn't seem to want to say anything. And as he holds his hand out for the berries, you see his hand is just shaking.
Oh. feel like I need a thunder blanket. Do something to calm him down. But he takes the berries?
He takes the berries and he'll start eating them one at a time.
Excellent. Can I ask him if he's all right, how he's doing? Those kind of questions.
I
care of
died.
him? Okay.
I was killed.
Oh no. How are you alive now?
He's gonna sigh. It was a spell. If you get to people that die fast enough, you can bring them back. I think.
I'm glad you're alive now. They're not looking too good. Is there anything you need?
He'll look like he's like realizing something, and then he will reach back and kind of awkwardly pull forth a bow. And the bow has a metal blade at the far end, and he'll just kind of look at it confused, and as he holds it, his entire hand is still shaking.
You'll be careful with that blade bow.
Are you trying to say he's possessed by something?
Give me an insight roll.
Hey.
Please crit fail. Please crit fail. Please crit fail.
Son.
No,
More boss fight. More
that's
boss
like the
fight.
opposite of crit failing.
What does this mean?
He is not possessed. He looks confused why this thing exists. It exists.
It's not his bow.
Yeah.
He has a bow on his back as well as this bow that's in his hand.
Dual wield bows? Seems inefficient.
Okay.
He's gonna close his eyes and he's just gonna slump down against the wall of the cave and just sit there and try to catch his breath. He's panicking a little bit, but he seems to be less panicked as time goes on. From your insight roll.
Great. Are there any blankets around? Can I put a blanket on him?
Well, there's some blankets back in this room, I guess. I mean, I think this rug thing is like a blanket. Or like a throw shawl. I don't know.
Okay. It'd be alright if I go and get that for him to put a blanket on him, help him calm down.
Sure.
Don't move my character this way. Oh.
Yeah, move it to the right and then down.
I did it.
Woo!
What is even the point of these things? I guess they make a decent distraction, but they just die again. Niv's gonna kick the ghoul.
You all see Isla return. They're kind of ignoring all the people, and they walk up and they grab a silky looking shawl off of one of the, what is that, an ottoman?
Sure.
What are the
If it's that one that has stray feathers on it, because Jem was on there.
The couch.
It's not a couch.
Actively?
Wait, what do you call the therapist couch?
Ottoman.
Well, you just said couch.
No, an ottoman is what goes in the middle. And it's like smaller.
Kind of like a couch. Yeah, it's a couch.
It's a couch. It's a couch.
Yeah, what
Therapist
Chase.
couches have a, yeah, thank you.
Jeez,
Yeah, chaise lounge.
Therapist.
Yeah, what about the
couch,
little half bed, half couch thing?
Therapist.
I've never heard
Psychiatrist
someone
couch,
call it a chase, but that is
a
what it's called.
chase lounge, yeah, a long chair.
Chase Lounge. Oh, yep. That's what it's called.
What are you supposed to do in therapy? Share what's been going on.
What is the point of a Chase Lounge? Hilarious.
Oops.
Seeing your concern, Cracked Egg is gonna follow you back out.
It's like, what's the origin of the word Chase Lounge? And it's like, yes, Chase Lounge from the 19th century English word Chase Lounge.
That makes perfect sense.
Like, all right, got it. It literally just means lounge chair. So there you go. Not a lot of evolution on that one.
I think in America you just call it a lounge chair.
That's the origin of Chase Lounge. Ah, yes, of course. Chase Lounge.
Thanks. He'll say as you wrap him up. We'll say with that insight, you're able to provide a modicum amount of comfort as he heals mentally and physically from the berries.
Nip's gonna hop on the Chase Lounge. Commence short rest.
May I do one other thing? I don't know if it will work, but it might help with a panicky person. I could conjure animals. Could I find a comfort animal to put on
Conjure
his lap?
therapy dog.
Yes.
Conjure
Anything's supposed to be
Labrador?
possible. Sorry,
Sure, let's look at your list of animals.
I'm sure.
You want to do a cat?
Yep, that could work.
Isn't cat purring like, haven't they studied, and isn't there evidence suggesting that the purring actually makes you calm down? I remember that
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, they have.
Unless you're Maya, and then you just start sneezing. Poor Maya.
I discovered something new about myself.
Poor
You
Maya.
like
It's
cat?
like taking our cat in. It's like, I think I'm allergic to cats. It's like, well, that's one less to worry about.
Oh, are you really allergic to cats?
I didn't know I was until I spent ample time around many, and then I started sneezing a lot. So I think that's a good indication.
And then it slowed down when we left, so
Oh, okay. That sucks.
very sad.
He's gonna sling his second bow around his shoulder, and he's gonna just hold onto the cat with both arms, and just try to get comfortable sitting there.
I'm satisfied in the comfort therapy that's been provided. Blanket and cat. Okay. What's next?
Bobby's gonna step to the side. Jeffrey's team member is gonna kind of crouch down. Are you gonna be okay? I can't even hold a bow. My fingers won't even stay straight. I don't think it's a physical thing. But everything hurts. Cracked Egg's gonna ruffle his own feathers as he thinks.
I think I've been involved long enough to know the possibilities, but is there something that's happened to him since he was brought back to life? I mean, is there someone else in the team that could help better insight? Can I go and ask.
These other two people with you are two of the three other healers in the groups.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Spoilers. How would they know?
You can tell by looking at people. Don't worry about it.
They have the job icons on.
She saw Bobby and Grass heal, so you would at least know that Bobby's a healer.
Wow, Niv can heal. That doesn't mean nothing.
Niv can heal if you take it from
Would you
someone
call
else.
Niv a healer? I don't know.
Not yet.
Call Liv a bitch.
Sure.
Exactly. Just because one of my 3-star aspects has to do with healing.
You can be a bitch and a healer. Ask the vet nurse from yesterday. She was a bitch. Richard liked her. I didn't like.
I
The
think I've already
nurse
said this
initial-
anecdote, but there's like one of the ER nurses at work that is like super abrasive to talk to. Don't like him. But they kick hard ass at their job. It's very funny. I'm like, why are you in healthcare? Oh, you're pretty good at it. You're just not good with people.
Yeah. I didn't like her, like acting like she knew Prince's behavior better than we did, if that makes sense. It's like, no, we know Prince. Like, we know how he usually acts. But she was like, no, he's acting this way because of this. It's like, no, this is Prince. Like, his behavior is pretty normal, actually.
That was the vet nurse. What did the vet themselves say, though?
Oh, he was lovely.
He was lovely,
He
but
was, yeah,
he knew that it was gonna be bad news pretty much from the get-go. As soon as we got the blood results back,
even before that, he looked like he was kind of ready for it, I think.
He's like, oh, I've seen this shit before.
Either he was tired or like tearing up. It was hard to tell. He could be just tired, but his eyes were like kind of reddish, like had been crying or like at least tearing up.
He had Thai food for lunch.
Yeah. Very emotional. Sorry. That's where my brain's at. I'm gonna try not to turn everything to that. I'm sorry. I'm really
sorry. What was the prognosis? What did the vet say?
he had feline aortal thromboembolism,
Yes.
Also known as fate.
FATE.
which was annoying. It's an annoying name for a dumb disease.
What does that mean?
He had a blood clot, and they didn't know where it was. It was somewhere either in his back or in his leg. And either way, the muscles were kind of dying where the blood wasn't going. And it was like a low chance of surviving and returning to normal.
Plus, he also said it was going to be like a very traumatic process. And like, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, if there's a low chance and he's going to suffer, I think I'd rather just have him go while he's like not in pain, chilling out, kind of just hanging out with everyone.
Yeah.
He was on painkillers already.
He loves painkillers.
Oh,
God damn it, Quinn.
He does, though. It's like the only time that he fully chills out. Oh boy.
poor kitty.
Cracked Egg is going to return to the room. And is going to say, Val, Spotlight, I need to talk to you.
The leaders specifically. Oh, my food's here. Actually, yeah, talk to the leaders specifically.
Wait, what?
Just going to talk to Val and Spotlight.
But what about the rest of the group?
In hushed tones,
Ignored.
Cracked Egg starts talking to Valier in Spotlight.
Just imagining Jem being like trying to listen.
Jem just crosses her arms over her chest and looks away, huffy.
Jeffrey is not going to be able to fight. He's not in a place for it.
That's okay. I mean, he shouldn't push himself.
We don't have the time to make him better and continue onward.
Maybe he could wait outside or start heading back with someone.
At least one someone. Or maybe two.
One's probably enough. Maybe
We should
send
probably
Ross.
leave a healer with him as well.
Yeah, maybe send Ross. Oh wait, no. If they get attacked, Ross won't do anything. Just heal.
A healer and perhaps someone else would be a good group to travel back.
Sorry, one second. So we could send Grass and someone else, or Bobby and someone else.
Or maybe like someone who has a specific star form dedicated to healing, and they could like have other forms.
True.
Like they could stay with that.
Wait, but does this count as splitting the party? Maybe he should stay with us and just not.
Mm. Perhaps stay near the entrance to this place and not follow us in any deeper.
Oh yeah, dinner time.
Sending them back alone through the Feywild will pose risks I am not willing to take for my team nor yours.
Can you spare anyone from your team to keep him company? And then a healer so that we can keep him safe?
Niv could probably do it.
Mm.
And Niv is good at fighting too, if they needed to.
Technically, Seti is under our jurisdiction, but I'm not sure if we may need his knowledge further in if there are more.
Oh, good point.
Blockages.
Send away the person that's not here. That makes sense.
That was a point.
Said he heal?
I haven't seen Seti fight before. Is he talented?
He's
I assume
capable.
he can at least hold his own.
We saw him fight a little bit, no?
Not really.
Naga? Or am I
I don't
misremembering?
He
That's
didn't.
because
He did not fight
Matt
Naga.
playing
Okay.
him.
I mean, in case you forgot, he was frozen because they definitely lost that battle.
Yes. I also remember him being a fighter, though.
We shouldn't send Niv because we're going to be ranging still.
Mm.
We should have at least one ranger.
And without
But
Jeffrey,
we-
we're down one.
May not need is another frontliner. We should probably send Drontos.
It's probably a good idea.
If you are willing to make that decision for yourself.
And someone that could make sure they stay safe,
Hmm.
either Bobby or Grass.
I vote Bobby because he gets traumatized whenever he's the only healer.
Hmm.
Yeah, he just gets PTSD flashbacks and doesn't do much.
What if there's door shenanigans? You want to send him back to brood about not being able to go back to his world?
Isn't it a point that the door literally does not work right now? I'm pretty sure I made a list. I made a list.
Actually, yeah, no, it's broken. It's very broken. Hmm. I would put more faith in Grass than Bobby when it comes to maintaining all of our health by themselves.
What do you think, Sputnik? Bobby or Grass?
If it's between those two, is it between those two?
It is between
Yeah.
those two.
Okay. Then I guess Grass. If they avoid trouble, they should be fine. We might need Bobby.
Hmm.
Grass is our most talented healer, though.
And it would not be fair asking them to send away 2 members while we sacrifice none.
Well, he might also be more comfortable with his like own team members that he's used to. If he's not doing so well.
If you need to confer with your team, you can.
Hmm.
I guess we could just ask everyone. Maybe we should ask him who he'd like to have with him. Out of Grass and Bobby.
I did see Bobby chasing after Jeffrey, though, so he may already be ahead of us when it comes to the healing aspect.
I don't fully trust that elf. I think it'd be better for that we keep them close as well.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Wait, Elf. Wait, what are you talking about?
Rando? Come on.
Just random happens to be in the dungeon.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
some shady shit.
I couldn't remember what set he was.
Not enough.
Not enough. Yeah.
No, we trust SETI implicitly.
Anything to get Seti off Jem's back because he's meant to babysit her.
All right. Sidebar between you four then. Who are you sacrificing? Grass or Bobby? Oh, I mean, parting ways with.
Sacrifice. Off to the altar.
I still think we should ask him who he wants with him. Because he's not doing well. Who did you mean by us four?
I would also
The
ask.
player characters that aren't Isla.
Yes.
Ayla.
What about Bobby? Shouldn't we talk to Bobby about it? I mean,
Bobby's currently in the hallway. You'd
He
have
might
to
not
go
want-
out into the hallway to talk to him.
he might not want to go.
I'll go talk to Bobby.
Alright.
Val here goes to talk to Bobby, who follows.
So many buttons. Oh god, token settings.
Tens, but
Oh, hey, big guy.
We can we talk around the corner?
Actually, maybe I
Yeah.
should have gone. Doesn't he kind of not trust Val sometimes?
He got a gift from Val.
Oh, he's fine with Val now?
They mostly made up.
All right.
Rank 5 confident. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, what's going on?
We were discussing with the state that Jeffrey is currently in that we may have a need for some people to remain behind with him. We were floating the discussion of having one healer and one frontliner with him. Drontos is being suggested to be the frontliner. We are deciding if you or Grass would be more suitable to stay behind and wanted to collect your opinion.
All seems like you're trying to get rid of the weird people between me and Grass.
You are the only healers we have, Bobby.
the
It is
green
not-
people.
Wait, did you say weird or green?
Weird.
You did say weird?
Bobby said
Mhm.
weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I did leave. I'll be real anxious not knowing what's going on with you guys.
Nothing is
Yeah,
set in
Bobby's
stone
one
for
of
now.
us. We gotta keep him with us.
Yeah, send all
Out of
the
character.
not us away.
Less
It
work
is
for
good to hear
Richard.
that, though.
You're right. We should all go home, and only the NPCs finish this.
Different campaign.
All right, I'll stay behind.
No need to decide that just yet. We are still collecting Grass's opinion.
Aren't we like in a rush?
We were attacked by water elementals in a spa. I think we are allowed to rest for a little bit.
Is it an illusionary spa, or does this actually work as a spa?
It's a sauna. Give me an intelligence roll.
Oh God.
Is it a sauna? Da-da-da-da-da. There you
Yeah,
go.
if you stoked the flames a little bit, put a little bit of water on it, then yeah, it'd be functional as a sauna.
I'd be a bit cold, but
I volunteer to
sounds-
stay behind.
I want to be in the sun.
I was
Just
going
spa
to say,
with the elementals.
I'm not in the area, but could I join the sauna, please? Thank you.
No, of course. I was gonna nod to Bobby and then come back in. How we doing on Grass?
How we doing on Grass? Spotlight, did you want to talk to Grass?
Yes, please. I approach Grass.
Grass looks at you.
Grass.
Hey, Grass.
Hi.
I was just wondering, it seems like Jeffrey might need to stay behind. How would you feel about staying back with him and Drontos? I don't know if I said that right.
Kid. What's his last name?
You're all going into danger.
Yeah, but someone's gotta stay back, right?
I guess. Is Jeffrey okay?
Doesn't seem like he's handling dying very well, I think. It seems like.
That's probably fair.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion roll, Spotlight.
What am I trying to persuade him to do?
Be okay with
6.
looking at Grass, he seems nervous being put in a kind of minority grouping.
The short green people that heal?
He seems a little scared, even.
Are you worried about something?
You're the only one who can do this. There's no one else quite like you who can do this. I'm kidding.
Grass, I think we gotta kill this guy.
Yeah, this reminds me of the end of Mass Effect 2.
I'm just maybe I'm a little bit of a coward at heart, but I'd rather stay with people. If you need me to do this, I can do it though.
Who is sending into the vents?
Well, we're gonna talk to Bobby about it too, because you're both kind of the healers of the group. So it's just making sure you at least be okay with it, you know.
Well, Egg can heal, but I guess he's more useful. Val here enters the room after talking with Bobby.
Laugh track? Question mark?
No. No laugh track. Nothing was funny. Shame. Anyway. Well, I'm just gonna walk around and talk with Spotlight. Oh. How did it go?
Well, he seems nervous about it, but he said he would if he had to.
That is very similar to what Bobby said.
Hmm. Do I know if Ross is the type of person to run?
Give me an insight
Like
roll
yes.
on Grass.
Yes, he's gonna yell. Oh, all right.
I'm gonna get more food. No, that was supposed to be the other person.
Yeah, you don't know enough about Grass to be certain, but seeing his like diminutive form, his like calm nature, you wouldn't be surprised if he was a bit cowardly.
Yeah, I don't.
From what I'm hearing, it appears that Bobby is more open to the idea of staying back.
I just worry that if something happened, Ross might get too scared and just leave.
Do we keep Bobby back then?
I think so, as much as I'd like to have him with us.
We should be able to communicate. That's when we don't go too far in. Via magic. Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
That will go tell Bobby. Wait.
Drontos comes with you.
Yes. Address both of them. I'm sure both of you have seen how Jeffrey is doing right now, and it is not ideal for any of us. Considering his well-being is currently more important than having a second ranger. As such, we will be requiring both of you to stay behind and keep him company, as well as to make sure that nothing happens while we continue further in.
Bobby's gonna look around the corner at the tiefling just sitting there petting a cat
Good.
with a comfort shawl.
Wait, tiefling?
Yeah, Jeffrey's the one.
Jeffrey's the tiefling. We've been over this.
They've been over that.
He's very baby faced. It's hard to see, but yes, he's a tiefling.
I knew that.
Yeah, all right.
If,
I mean, if I think on it for a moment, I'll probably be able to message you guys. Just let me know what to look out for.
between my mater and the other spellcasters, we should be able to maintain a constant stream of messages back and forth. If anything does happen, make sure to tell us, and we will return that at every speed we can.
Yeah, all right. Your fellow Dragonborn will also nod.
Okay.
What do we do about the elf lady?
She will be accompanying us. We have decided it is better to keep her closer rather than leave her alone with our wounded member and only two others. Opinions are still being formed.
I swear we're already trusting them more than we trusted Gem when we came across Gem, though.
Well, the insight rolls that you guys did on the
Whoa.
were pretty successful.
You're getting a little presumptuous with that we there.
Oh yeah, Niv doesn't trust anything.
Niv's been pretty quiet.
If Shay lounging.
Bobby's gonna approach Alia and is going to say, all right, the three of us are gonna be staying here or just outside of this place, and you're gonna continue with everyone else, and hopefully, things go as expected. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Oh, all right. Will Jeffrey be okay?
Bobby is a talented healer. It should be all fine with him around.
I'm gonna be all right. It's just I can't even hold the string. It's just not staying straight. And he like holds his hand as steady as he can, but it's still shaking. His color still has not returned to normal.
Have I seen something similar to this being around rangers a lot? Like performance anxiety?
Give me an insight roll.
I will insight. Where is it? Inside. There it is. Bang. 13. Meh.
What you do know about Rangers is that it's all about precision and everything going exactly as you intend it to. You don't know necessarily if there are like self-doubts going on right now, but what you do know is that he's going to feel useless if he can't maintain that steadiness.
All right.
So can I leave the cat behind, or does it follow me if I leave?
I think the cat's gonna have to follow you.
What's the range on
What's the range on animal
conjure? Is it
conjure animals?
Conjure animal. What is the range on that? 60 feet. But they after the woods they stay for an hour. I don't think they have to be nearby though. It doesn't say. Doesn't tell they obey any verbal command you issue them. They obey any verbal commands you issue them. Stay would be a verbal command.
Okay. Can I command the cat?
It
Stay.
doesn't say that they disappear when you leave. I assume the initial 60 feet is the range you can conjure them into, not that
Yeah,
they have
that's
to
probably
remain
right.
tethered.
All right, so the baby-faced Jeffrey will hold the cat. Drontos will pick up Jeffrey in his strong arms, and Bobby will follow behind as the three of them and the cat make their way out of the dungeon.
Stay safe. Watch out for each other.
You fucking got it, dude.
Keep communication up if you can.
I'm on it.
Okay. I'm gonna follow. Wow.
If anything bad happens to Bobby, I'm quitting D&D.
Back into the central chamber. Are we taking a short
cat
rest?
Cat will
You'll have to discuss that with your party.
You share with your party. Me. I want to click the button and have my night dice back. There's a button for it. The short
That
rest
stuff
button.
happens to Bobby.
I want to click the
Bobby
short
has
rest
to be
button.
okay. I'm too traumatized for in-game trauma today.
Does Isla know this room? I know she was very good at getting a blanket, but does she know this room?
You actually came around the other way, so you haven't seen this room yet. It seems a little bit out of place, a little bit more immaculately presented.
Oh, there's still shards of ice screwing around everywhere.
Yeah, there's like, there was definitely a fight here, and there's quite a bit of blood around the room.
Oh my goodness. Can I can I see if anyone's injured? Can I help any injured parties?
Flo is
I am
pretty injured.
as well.
Yeah, Gem's very low too. We're whelmed. A lot of people
Yeah.
get whelmed.
So the Gem, who's next to Grass, and then Flo, who's the rightmost cat person.
Rightmost cat.
Tabaxi.
The back eye.
Okay.
Backsies?
But can
The
I
backside.
approach people? Are they scared of me? No. Can I approach people?
Taxopodes.
There's only one way to find out.
I know, right? They seem, Gem, that they seem to be injured. Did I approach the right person?
Gem is the third person on the right.
I'm Gem. Here.
Okay. Oops.
I don't think we've had a proper introduction. I don't think. Where did you come from again?
Where did it go?
I came across most of the team in the previous chamber when we had the lovely encounter with the mimics, and I spent a bit of time being eaten by one. And maybe.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I heard nothing of that. Well, you're here. Nice to meet you. I'm Gem, Tumbling Gemstones.
Hello, Gem. You don't look so good though. You kind of look like you need some healing.
Yeah, you could say that. And she has like very clear straight line slices from where the water's been carving at her.
Would it be all right if I offered some healing and helped you out a bit?
No, I'll take that gladly. Thank you so much, Gem. You can roll an insight if you want. I'll just say that.
Me?
If you want, yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I can press buttons.
You can't really see it now, but you have the underlying feeling that she's still kind of apprehensive towards you.
Understandably so. Well, if you like, I can make berries that help you heal, but I also have some magic.
Which is quicker?
That's a great question. Great question.
They're both actions. An action's about 6 seconds.
Which one is then more which is stronger at healing?
Let me check your sheet.
I have a cure wounds and I have that's a healing word.
I think cure wounds would be your strongest one.
Mm-hmm.
But out of character, also you don't want to waste those like before a fight, because if we do end up fighting, could need that.
Right. That's good thinking.
As you guys think, Crackdag as the new leader now that Jeffrey's gone.
Promotion.
Will approach the middle of the group. We need to have a discussion about how urgent the rest of this mission is going to be. It seemed from how that went that they were trying to distract us. Do we lick our wounds, or do we force ourselves to continue?
Well, if the person that was distracting us already left, it's pretty safe to assume that whoever she was covering for is already gone. Or very close to going.
Niv's lounging with her eyes closed, but will pipe up without opening her eyes. Yeah, or we almost got them and they had to run.
In either case, our way forward is still blocked by that shield.
Also, I don't recall anyone actually damaging her, just the water elements. So she was fine health-wise.
The spectral form of Elora will emerge from Val's body. I attempted to throw some spells at her, but by the time I was in control, son, it was more important to focus on the elementals. I'm sorry I could not do more.
See? Attempted. But no hard feelings. I could have done more too. I think we all could have done a little bit more. And she'll kind of look at Niv.
Richard, is there something I could roll to understand the whole blood nonsense, or at least get an idea of the relationship there.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check with advantage because you succeeded the roll.
Mm-hmm. Blood.
Sick.
Okay.
Yes, you did the most damage to her, and you know that her feeling like she was in danger is what mostly ended that fight.
Yeah, I mean, cute theory, but Niv's just like talking with her hands like up, but like eyes still closed, just full lounge mode. But I definitely landed several shots. Where do you think all the blood came from?
One of you guys?
She ran
true.
because I had her cornered.
The elementals were seemingly siphoning blood from her in order to more effectively attack us.
It makes sense if you think about it. I mean, if your magic had to do with blood and stuff, then like you'd have to play scared. Otherwise, you know.
Well, if we go by your theory, where do you think she is now?
Niv holds up her arms in a shrug.
It is not possible for her to be completely gone, yes? I'm not sure how powerful those teleportation spells can be, but they should not be able to transport her outside of this vicinity on a whim.
Step type magic works fine, but any bigger teleportation doesn't work, remember? So they're probably close and injured. Yeah, I mean, if we take a rest, that gives them time to rest, but we don't know how many more there are, and they're probably totally fine.
It gives them time to rest or gives them time to leave.
Flo will also add. And we can't forget about that monk as well.
What? What monk?
They were at the top of the structure. Said this was some shrine to Phoenix before disappearing on us.
Oh, right.
I mean, I get it. I don't want to let them slip away either, but if we just rush in with everyone injured, I mean, have you seen Jeffrey? We gotta give everyone some time to breathe.
Jeffrey will be staying behind with Drontos and Bobby.
He needs more time than we would be able to give him.
But I do agree that we should not charge in headfirst without properly assessing our situation currently.
On that note, you said you're gonna heal me.
Yes. May I please heal you? I don't like seeing the wounds on you.
Absolutely, you go for it.
Who the heck is that? Who was that? Niv like opens her eyes for the first time.
Your waves. Shiley, hello.
They were also down in the caves when we were first exploring these rooms.
Apparently, they found them with like some mimics, and now they're here, I guess. Yeah, that.
What? You just found them In the secret bad guy place? Hello, doesn't that make them a secret bad guy?
Are they trying to
Niv's
kill you,
full
Nemesis?
setting up.
Yeah, Nev, before you do this whole accusatory thing, can I get healed first, please? Oh, thank you.
Do I have to press one of the things to do the?
Yes,
Healing?
I'd probably recommend Cure Wounds if you're going to use one of those.
Yeah, Cure Wounds is kind of the one you use out of combat. Like,
Okay.
Mm.
As a level
Yeah.
choice, I choose a level.
the higher the level, the less slots you have to use. So I would recommend doing like really low level.
To explain it in brief, if you're unfamiliar, spells have levels. You have a certain amount of, say, like charges for each level. A lot of spells have the ability to be what is called upcasted, which means you take a lower level spell and you use a higher level slot to cast it, and it gives additional benefits. Not all spells work that way, but essentially you can spend a stronger charge to empower a lower level spell. What Blue was trying to say was it's not always recommended because those higher level charges are very valuable, but sometimes you need the extra oomph. So that's an option available to you.
But an out of combat heal wouldn't be one of those scenarios.
Okay. And out of 9 levels, a lower level would be what, like a level 2?
Level 1 is the normal level for.
I believe Cure Wounds
Wounds
is a
is-
base level 1 spell.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you don't want to, if you want to cast it at the regular level, it's just level 1.
Yeah, did level 1.
Should be a D10.
You touch gem and you heal for. Oh,
Yep.
Alright.
And then you just take away one of your charges. On your spell list, it should have a like number out of another number.
Yes. So the number on the far left is the level of the charge. The number on the far right is how many of those charges you have remaining, and you can edit the number on the far right.
On which screen does?
So
Which-
there's core, bio, and spells. If you look on the top right of your sheet,
Yes,
right below
yes.
your thing, if you click spells, it'll take you to a separate page. There you should see all of your
okay,
spells listed.
I was looking too high. Okay, I see what you mean.
Hmm.
And then Cure Wounds, I just did check it. So I put a mark next to it.
So you see Cure Wounds should be under the level 1 tab.
Yep.
So you should see slots total, that should be 3 or 4. Is that correct?
4, yes.
Yes, and then slots remaining, you can change that number on the right from a 4 to a 3.
3, okay.
And that
I
represents taking away one spell. Yeah.
understand. Right.
Yep.
Thank you.
And the vast majority of spellcasters get all their slots back to their maximum on a long rest. There are certain ones that do it.
Except warlocks, but that's
Don't
a
worry about
thing.
that, don't worry
Yeah,
about that.
don't worry about warlocks. Don't worry about them.
I'm not a
Not
warlock.
I
important.
presume you aren't one, so don't worry about it. You'll get your spell slots back on a long rest. So keep that in mind. You need like a full night's sleep before you get those back. So that is how limited they are. But also don't feel so scared that you don't end up using them.
Yeah.
Trade-offs, resource management. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I've used 1 Cure Wounds. Thank you for
Yeah.
explaining that.
That feels much better. You can see the little gashes that she had slowly kind of zip up, closed and healed.
This is ridiculous. Are you kidding me?
I've done an investigation on the magics used in this area, and quite a bit of preparation and enchantment was used in the construction of this room.
I think Nev's more worried about the new person.
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess Seti Shapir will shut the fuck up then. Thanks.
Not Sadie. No.
Shut the fuck up, Sadie!
Fuck up.
That was in
Enchantments.
character that I said that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
In any case, regardless, we still have that shield to worry about. The path further down only leads back to the room with the rubble and casket. I explored it earlier. And there are no other paths leading.
What about the other path?
The top one comes back to the room with the mimics.
The bottommost path, Seti says.
That goes back to the room with the rubble and casket leading into the central chamber with the multiple caskets and the shield.
I'm talking about the bottommost right path.
I'm really dumb, haven't I? Bottommost right.
Checks notes.
Bottommost right. Oh, like below it, like down here.
Here?
Yeah.
Doesn't exist. Not real.
Fake path.
Did we go in there? I have it like slightly unlocked, so
No question mark?
I guess not. Okay.
No exclamation point.
I do not remember seeing a path further down, so I suppose I could have missed something. If this path does exist, that could actually be a good place to start if we could not figure out the shield.
I mean, what else have we got going for us?
Is there any knowledge that Isla could contribute to this?
Give me a. We'll just go with a straight intelligence roll.
Intelligence.
As opposed to a what? A gay intelligence roll?
Boom.
Gay intelligence.
That's the only intelligence I have.
Intelligence. That's a six.
You remember something. It'll be the same number.
It will. I just don't want them to confuse it.
You remember something from the room with the mimics. There was a body that came out of the largest mimic.
Yeah.
Mummified
I
body.
forgot about that too.
That the
Oh,
urgency
is that what you
of the.
wanted me to remember?
I alluded that was something out of session that you talked to me about.
Yeah, but you can't.
I can't. I also can't just be like saying specific things to you because I don't like making it seem like I'm favoriting someone.
But I talked to you about it. I just don't have a good memory. It's okay.
Well, I mean, now you remember.
It's fine. I'll let someone else lead on it.
No, it's fine. You can both remember something.
No, that's weird.
I don't know. We share the mouth of the mimic. We can remember things together.
That's true. Mimic sisters. Okay, but I really do think I need a cry break, Richard.
Well, you can take a cry break if you want.
All right. I'm gonna go flop on the bed and cry.
Just make sure to take Brontos and Bobby with you.
Yeah.
Krontos.
Brontos.
That's Krontos' dad.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's
Is
it.
that not who that is?
No, that's Drontos. That's Krontos' son.
Honestly, it's their fault for not having more creativity in their names.
That's racist.
That's racist, yeah.
We're talking about a dog or a cat, right?
A dragon.
The Dragonborn. All of the people in this room have parents that are like famous adventurers,
Oh.
except for Seti and Grass. And Drontos the Dragonborn, his father is Krontos the Dragonborn. And since there's a pattern there, you can assume that his father would be Brontos the Dragonborn.
Right. And if we just go one more level up, it'll be an awkward.
Arontos.
Arontos. A.A. Rontos.
I've seen the pattern. I understand.
And then we have Aaron toast and front toast. I can't wait to be like campaign 8 and we meet Gronto.
Zontos.
Okay, that tickled me way too much.
Also, since Mai lost his NPC, I've given him Seti Shakir.
Man,
New NPC.
It's the same class. So
but it's a different person, so now I feel bad. It's fine. Oh wait, so just Crawler 2.0. This is fine. 3.0 actually.
So you were saying the mummified corpse that was that came from the previous mimic somehow would help me in contributing some knowledge about the current discussion.
just like some element in the dungeon that hasn't gone further investigated.
And where is this corpse right now?
It was left in the mimic room.
Oh,
Is this a Cazador Palace moment?
No spoilers.
I don't know what that means. What are you talking about?
Cazadors from Fallout are the only thing I'm thinking of.
Yep, you're correct.
okay. Then can I then suggest to the group? I love a really good mystery, and I feel like there's a piece of the puzzle that's missing from the previous battle. And there was this mummified-looking thing left behind. Perhaps that has some further answers.
Oh, yes, there was a body, and it was with these claws, I guess. Spotlight will say.
Claws, you say?
Claws, as in like separate, or like it had claws.
Well,
Yes.
they weren't on the body. The spotlight will just show off the Hitaru's claws that she has.
Oh, what the fuck?
Can Violet do a little bit of a fangirling, fanning her face of excitement when she sees this, please?
Do I recognize anything about that clause? Any insight?
Yeah, give me a religion check.
Religion, it's a check. Hold on. My laptop's smaller, so it's a different screen that I'm used to. Hold on. There it is.
It is not there. There you go.
Found it.
It's a 1.
It's a crypt face.
A 1 and 2. Wow.
You don't know why anyone would be freaking out over slightly magical gauntlets.
Why would anyone freak out over these slightly magical gauntlets?
Barely magical.
Can Isla do some things? I mean, she should know.
Give me a religion check with advantage because that's your patron deity.
I don't know what you mean by with advantage. Do I just press?
You push it, and then you see how it does 2 numbers. It would be the largest number of those 2 numbers.
So advantage generally means you roll 2 dice and you take the higher.
Jesus.
And
I thought you
disadvantage is
needed
the
it.
opposite. You take 2 dice and take the lower. So it pretty much doubles the chance of you succeeding a check.
Man, just fuck Jim, I guess.
Yeah, 1 second. We need to see how
Yeah,
much
welcome to the
Gem
campaign.
gets yelled at.
So weirdly enough, in Roll20, I don't know why this happens with us only. Like the roll, like the dual roll thing, isn't actually meant to happen. This is only when you're rolling advantage. Because
Right.
I've been on other Roll20 things where it's only a single number, but for us, I don't know why it's always advantaged.
Yeah, it's
but we just
always
take the
been
first
advantage
number.
for us.
I
Yeah.
don't know why. It's so weird.
So you mean because there's 2 numbers technically, I'm rolling 2 dice?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. 100%
Okay.
correct.
Thank you.
This would also be advantaged. Okay.
Richard has no religion.
That would be Cracked Egg, also a patron of Hitaru,
Has no religion.
a paladin of Hitaru. Yes, they are religious artifacts. extremely valuable, probably the most valuable thing you've seen in your entire time kind of exploring and looking for things like this.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say your entire time in this one specific dungeon. I'm like, ooh, wow, impressive.
I don't know how to. Not. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just gonna go mute for a sec.
The whole time this conversation's going on, Niv is just like intently trying to suss out this new person.
Do an insight roll.
Natural 20. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
This
Blew my
person
natural 20 on Arcana.
probably is armless.
Armless?
To you guys, at
Oh,
least.
okay. I was like, that's a bold statement.
All right. Well, I'll just turn to Spotlight and say very fervently, I have been searching my whole life to the answer to a certain question, and you may be holding a very important piece to that.
Oh, well, I just think they're really good at cutting things. And Val here and the others that were in the room will remember Spotlight destroying 2 of those elementals very thoroughly.
Very good at cutting things.
Oh, with the claws.
That's right.
Oh wow. Okay.
They're weak to claw. Hitaru element.
But so just ask a question. Spotlight has no idea about the religious aspect of the claws, just the fact that they're sharp and cutting.
So Spotlight's mom is also a cleric of Hitaru.
Right.
So she is enamored by their effectiveness and also their connection to the goddess.
Okay.
Well, I think I'll keep these safe. If I don't really know you super well.
It's all good. I not the easiest person to read straight off. It's okay. I mean, no harm. I was just really liking the fact that you found these.
I do like how you said that, but everyone that's tried to insight you's rolled in the 20s.
But pretty much finders keepers.
I suppose you haven't gotten any of our friends killed yet, so that's, a leg up on most of the new people.
Ha ha ha. You're so funny, Nev.
Can I just clarify that that's the clue that the mummified corpse held? That's that the claws were found on it. Those.
No, the claws were not found on it. Just that they're
Both happened to be inside a mimic.
Yeah.
yeah, the religious artifact and this body both came from the same place, which might be a clue in itself.
So
that means that this body might be important.
Yes. Yes.
If only we had Speak for the Dead scrolls left over.
I should have told me. I would have bought more. Can we just have Speak for the Dead normal?
Doesn't Bobby?
Yeah.
Just go get Bobby.
Probably other people also have it.
So about checking out that mummified corpse.
Batman transition logo. I'll teleport over.
All right, you guys make your way over to the body.
Where's Jeffrey resting?
He should be just out the north passage. One that Alia came from.
I'm gonna go check up on him before meeting up with you guys. Where did you say the room was?
As you guys walk through the building or the dungeon, you go past and you'll be directed up towards that way for Bobby and then south towards the mimic.
Bobby.
Up for Bobby,
Mimic.
south for Mimic.
Bobby.
Am I moving in the right direction? I think my screen glitched and everyone disappeared.
Somewhere around here. North for Bobby. I might be lost. I see no Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby's not on the map. He left the dungeon with Jeffrey and Drontos.
Yeah, I mean, I know that.
Which way did everybody go?
So to the south of where you're at.
All right.
Yeah, I can move your token.
Okay.
Boop, boop. Back to the mimic room.
I was once again going in the wrong direction. Thank you. Good.
And no worries.
They must have gone all the way to the surface. Ah. Whatever, I'll check on them later.
Are we at the corpse?
Yes. It's just in front of the mimic here. You see a body. Well, here, this body seems to have been dead for quite some time.
Press E to grave rob.
It looks really well preserved, which is surprising for it being inside of a mimic.
Shit.
Is it like a mummy, like wrapped in bandages, mummy?
Just mummified, so like it dried out.
Okay.
As Jem approaches, does the corpse seem to have any adornments on it? Things that may be worth value, kind of like, I don't know, jewels?
In an investigation room.
Yeah, sorry, do that now.
You look over the body and you find a tattoo with a list of names on it.
What the? Looking closer, do I recognize those names? Or can I read them out?
Sure. You read out the list of names: Eric, Roland, Tika, Betafino, and 2.
And the only person missing from that list is
Does Jem know any of these guys? Or would recognize these names?
Seen Betafino multiple times, yeah.
I've seen him, but I don't know his name.
2 also yelled at you.
Perfino. Le Sor.
Wait,
Tika's got a
hey,
tavern.
because
Is-
got a tavern,
is-
and Roland's got a range.
is that the guy that yelled at? You guys know this guy. Isn't he like
yes.
your coach?
She's our teacher.
No, but like there's two of your teachers on this guy's arm.
I think she's also a woman.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think your teacher's two names are also on her arm.
The one person missing from that list should be Zara.
Ding,
Wait,
ding, ding,
so
ding.
it's
You
this
find
Zara?
the body of Zara.
Oh, this is gonna be worth a lot of money.
Your teachers are not gonna like this.
Well, I assume they would already know the fates of their comrades, considering the coffins. Dead bodies don't bury themselves.
Yeah, but how do we know it was the teachers that buried this girl? I mean, surely they've been apart sometime. I don't know. Are they like
If
besties?
Coach knew about this place, they would have said something before we came here.
Would they have?
What? Yeah.
Benefina is the type of person that would just throw us into the deep end of the pool before we knowing we could swim.
So you guys know the people on this lady's arm?
Two of them. And we can assume the other three are over in the other room.
The two that you know, are they alive?
Yes.
And the other three are buried?
One of them's a god.
Presumably.
One of them's a god.
Yeah, Tika is the only person in the last 35 years to become a god. That's right.
And they are dead.
I think I'd probably argue that gods are alive.
Especially since we can kill them. I mean, not we, us here.
I feel like if two knew about this place, they would have told us more about it, though. Cracked Egg says.
Yes, thank you. Even if you guys are being weird about Coach right now, at least they would have said something, right?
Two never really talked about Zara.
You might be right. In any case, how does this body help us?
Is there anything that I could try and perceive off of it that I might know from my side of knowledge of things?
Sure, you can investigate the body, and then can I get a history check from Val?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
famously good at that.
You're also buried here.
Wow. 13.
13, 14. Can we get a 15?
Alia, you've...
No.
Chad.
What you looking for, Nev?
Everything.
Whoa.
you know the answer to the riddle of the room.
It's 43.
Perceived.
We should have fed it blood oranges. Oh damn.
Guys, I think these tables were mimics.
Yeah, I saw one really close up.
Val here. Zara has a tomb. You saw
Mm-hmm.
it? It looks very recently made.
Oh. So what is this?
A mimic.
Well, now I kind of want to revive it. What if it's just a mimic and it's mimicked a whole ass body?
The corpse is a mimic?
The tomb was empty.
Oh, you
So-
mean here?
Yes, in this dungeon.
Got it.
Val saw it.
Mm.
Yeah. Eh,
This wasn't the busted one we were messing with, was it? It's a different one.
Yeah, you couldn't make anything out of the busted one.
Does it look like she's carrying anything on her, like a necklace of some variety, or like a ring?
Just a couple of wraps for modesty.
Okay. Mhm. If this is Zara, then it would not make sense for her to be here rather than in her tomb. But then again, her tomb was also empty, so it would make sense for her to be here.
How are mimics made?
Well, when a mommy mimic and a
I was
daddy
going to say,
mimic-
also at the same time, could you explain where the babies come from, please?
Seti Shakir will say, mimics are a type of enchantment put on objects, typically done by paranoid sorcerers or wizards.
Right. And for a mimic to have something inside of it, the sorcerer places that in.
A mimic actually storing something is abnormal.
Let alone a person.
In any case, we should probably revisit Zara's tomb, see if there's anything useful there.
It's logical.
Batman transition.
All right. So that would be through the east passageway. East, north, east, south.
I don't think I have this on my map, so I might as well actually do it. I want that map completion achievement at the end of this dungeon.
While we're all walking over as well, Val will just slightly start glowing, and the visage of his mother will just sit over his shoulder, and will cast a message to check in on Bobby, Jontos, and Jeffrey.
This was here the whole time? I didn't even know this room was here. What if it helped with the shield? Ah.
Which one do you message?
Bobby.
All right. What do you say for your message?
Hello, Bobby. We are continuing throughout the underground and are just making sure that you, Drontos, and Jeffrey are all okay. You can respond to this message. Goodbye.
Hi, Val. Here's mom. We
You gotta schmooze harder than that, Bobby.
we left the fucking place. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying that word. We left the place, and when we went down south and we found a bit of an alcove, we're just kind of sitting in the alcove now. End message.
Okay. Well, Bobby, Drontos, and Jeffrey have found a safe place to stay. So they should be mostly all right.
That's good. Is the cat okay?
I did not think to ask about the state of the cat, but
That's okay. I'll forgive you this time.
we can hope it is.
I would know though, right? As I don't know if
You're still maintaining
Yes.
concentration on it.
okay, okay.
Trips over, the
Sorry.
cat just disappears.
Okay.
Alright, you make it into the room.
Crying. Alright, is there anything... Did I come in here before? I think I did, right?
You did. I think you,
Cracked
Cracked Egg, and Flow of the River.
Gonna do some pacing around. Anything that we could have missed from last time?
Give me an investigation roll.
Yay. Anyone have advantage? I should be asking for that.
Let me check.
Anyone want to help out? Because I have nothing
please.
for this.
I would like to
Oh.
investigate. Can I
Yeah, I'll
please
give
look up-
a guidance.
Okay, so Alu, if your character has proficiency in a certain skill, and another
Yeah.
character is attempting to utilize that skill, you can provide what's called the help action, which will
Right.
give the person who's attempting to perform the check advantage on their roll.
Wow. Okay. What do I do for that?
You can just say.
So
I
if you
use
have
that
if you look at your character sheet, if it has the check mark, you just say it.
Check mark against which one?
For
Investigation.
Does it have a check mark against? No, it doesn't.
Let me check Sportlight.
Spotlight. Yeah.
Investigation. That's an int skill. That's a dump stat.
Spotlight doesn't
Do I have
have it.
investigation? Does my mom have investigation? My mom has insight.
Purot, Cracked Egg, and Flow don't have it. SETI.
Alright.
SETI might have it.
SETI. Okay, let's check SETI.
SETI might have
Fuck.
it.
Fuck.
Then the only other option is Grass.
Grass.
Bring grass back for this.
Grass. Help. I don't
No,
know
Grass
what the
is here.
fuck I'm doing.
SETI has +7, but it is not.
But it's not investigated. It's not proficiency with it.
Okay, that leaves just Grass. Grass
Help.
has proficiency in Insight, but not Investigate.
D20 plus 6. Thank you, Nib. Oh, there's a 4. Guidance. And we don't have Bardic either.
Go
Well,
for it.
let's see what happens. I'm Mocha 2, Mocha 3, Mocha Reno. Yeah, that's definitely going to be good.
Give me a D4.
12.
You look around and you don't see anything. Just appears to be an empty casket.
Could I also look around? Can
Yeah,
I
go for
try?
Sure, you can give it an investigation roll.
Okay.
It looks the same as I last saw it. I hate puzzles.
I love
You-
puzzles.
You do not see anything.
Dang it. I also don't see anything of importance.
Did you put it back?
Put what back?
Right?
Inventories, why did you not say this earlier?
Well, it's a body. You should just put it in the casket, right? Cracked Egg
Thank
says.
you.
Raul's gonna rumble under his breath and go fucking get this body.
You guys didn't bring it with you?
What? When you did the Batman transition, you didn't bring it with you?
No,
That's your job, strength man.
that's why I'm going to get it.
Oh my god.
All right, heave ho, pick up, add to
Nib's
inventory.
taking a short rest.
Add to inventory. Zara. Val
Alright.
breaks through the wall. No, he
Ooh,
doesn't.
yeah.
All right, and we'll place the body gently back into the open casket.
You place the body in the open casket, and the casket begins to glow with magical energy and a lid to the casket begins to weave itself into existence. And on the front of the lid is a beautiful carving of Zara as she was when she was alive. A panel opens up to the below the writing of the nameplate, and you see two swords crossed are on display. They are curved scimitars. Seems like now that the body's in place, it is ready for viewing.
Do I know the symbolism behind the curved scimitars?
Give me a history check. You do not.
No. Next question.
One second. There are other people that would have potentially. One second. Those are Zara's blades.
I get it.
Is that not what's the? Is it a river?
There's
It's a tower. It's a tower.
Yeah, there's a tower called Zara's Blades.
Is that not the name of the tower in Tikas Tavern?
Yeah, that's where we were staying. They never did find Zara's blades. But these have saved countless lives. Especially after the pull, Flo says.
Wait. So you found some crazy cool claws, and now there's these. Which one of these people were a ranger?
There was the body of a ranger in the other room.
Wait, hold on. Jem's going to run to the other tombs.
No,
Yeah.
seriously, just break a wall. I'm tired
I
of
was
this
like, peeked out. Are the other caskets like doing the same glowy thing?
They are not.
Okay.
I'm gonna look in these caskets.
I believe someone did open a casket already.
Yeah.
Can I do the unopened one?
Sure, give me an investigation roll.
That's Darian. Oh, Woodsman.
You do find a lid, and it doesn't seem to be magically created. Yes. It doesn't seem to be the same as the one for Zara.
Jem kind of tosses it back in, and she'll go to the other.
Worthless.
You see Flo steps up and pulls out a dagger.
Zara's blades?
She's going to look around the room for someone to stop her.
I suppose it would be of better use to us than to the corpse.
And with no resistance, she will take the pommel of her dagger and break the glass with it, and she will retrieve Zara's blades.
In an emergency. Break Zara's.
Nice keepsake.
Geek tape. I'm using those. Put that in the inventory.
That's that in the inventory. All right. I will
Is that
put.
an hour?
I'll put Zara's blades in Flo's inventory.
Mm. Yeah, I was gonna say, is that going to our party loot or their party loot?
I can't dynamically assign items, so I have to put them in and then change
Yep.
the stats.
Yeah. That's life.
Heaven forbid anything was easy.
So Jim checked both of the other tombs and they were empty.
One of them's open, has a preserved body in it. The other two are closed.
I searched the top one, but I want to investigate the middle one.
The middle one, I believe, it's the bottom one that's open, right? No, it's the middle one that's open.
Oh,
I
I'll do the
definitely
bottom
looked
one then.
in one of them, if you recall.
Yeah, the middle one's open. It doesn't have any items on it. It is just a corpse.
I'll go down to the middle then. I mean the bottom then.
All right.
Now Jim's searching for anything of value.
I feel like I've been gypped. Everyone's finding legendary weapons everywhere.
Would you like me to roll anything?
Yeah, one moment. All right. Actually, I think we will take a 5 to 10 minute break. So everyone get your snacks, get yourselves taken care of. I'm gonna go help Quinn get out of bed.
I'll be back.
I'm also going to go to the bathroom. I'm back.
All right. Flow of the river now has their new weapons. Queen's upstairs, preparing to come downstairs. Gem has investigated the tombs.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody got the blades.
And Flo has the blades. You should see those in the inventory. I added their magical effects to the descriptions. So, Gem, as you investigate these tombs, you can't seem to find the if there are any display cases.
Okay. And then nothing but the bodies, yeah.
Yeah, this seems to be constructed in a different way.
How get this?
Maybe Zara was special for some reason.
But what do they do, Rich?
What do they do?
What do they? Oh,
Dagger, dagger, dagger.
I just said that they're in the inventory,
Yeah.
Not in my inventory.
and
And
the description of what they do is in the description of the items.
what?
Is there a way to see that?
Oh, Aaron's the one that has control over flow of the river.
Wow.
Aaron's the only one that would see this.
Oh,
That's busted.
can I ask if these two blades of Zara are also legendary?
They're magical, that's for sure.
Are they religious in nature?
Not to the best of flow of the river's knowledge.
Also, in character, Flo's gonna take some time to attune before they know what the heck's going on with them, so.
Can I ask some more questions about the previous fight with the elementals? Was it a sorcerer that was being fought?
So there was a sorceress that seemed to be involved with the elementals. Yeah.
So, well, did Alia know this?
If you want to ask in character, then someone might be able to respond in character.
Okay. And can I turn to Mai and ask, is there any information you can tell me about the previous fight that left Jem in such a state?
Val, do you feel like Jem is acting out of hand?
Go here, opening all the cards.
What? What?
He would also be curious, but I feel like job's done at this point, so I'd chill out a little bit.
Isla asked, or Alia asked, if there's a reason why Jem is kind of looking in this manner.
Oh, I thought that was the spotlight. Whoops.
You're the closest to.
No, that's my fault. I didn't hear properly.
I was asking about the previous fight. If you can tell me some more about it. Who was the nemesis you were facing?
We wandered into the sauna and were attacked by various water elementals and a caster that was empowering them.
This caster is a sorceress?
Of some variety, but they managed to escape before we could stop them.
Were they very powerful?
The elementals were definitely powerful. Her herself, I'm not too certain.
So, do you feel that maybe this caster was the one that could have contributed or created the mimics in the other room?
Possibly. It is definitely within the realm of possibility.
And would there be a reason for a sorcerer to hide things inside the mimics, like this, the body of Zara?
Now that I am not too certain. But returning Zara to her resting grounds did reveal those weapons, which would be perhaps what they were attempting to prevent, but I'm not sure why they wouldn't just take them for themselves.
So the sorcerers were caster was possibly trying to hide the plates.
It is a working theory, but we won't know for certain until we find them.
Can I come out into the other room and see if there's anything that she might see and recognize.
So there, on the far wall, there seems to be some magical barrier preventing passage. And then to the south, there are 2 routes forward. In the center of this area are 3 tombs. The middle tomb is open, and you can see a mummified body inside of it.
Do we know already who the body is?
Yes, you see inscriptions for all of them.
Right.
They're epitaphs. So here lies name of the person, and then a couple lines about each person, describing who they were.
Right. And this magical barrier, is that the one that's right there on the right-hand side?
Yep. Seti Shakira will step up next to you. We spent minutes looking at that thing. Can't seem to figure it out.
Minutes?
And there's nothing in the rest of the tombs, unfortunately.
We would have spent longer, but we realized that we'd fallen apart as a cohesive group, so we went to look for you guys. But we couldn't figure it out.
So no clues at all? 0 clues?
It's we think it was created by a paladin.
Can Isla come up and investigate this one?
Yeah, give me an investigation.
Button. This one.
You look closely at the shield. It has a horse on it. And surrounding the horse are all different types of foliage. And you recognize that all of these plants are from the Feywild.
Ooh,
They are not transplanted from your homeland plants. They are.
Who else would have noticed that?
When?
When would have noticed that?
I must have
Who?
rolled like stupid low. Oh well.
who would have
Some
noticed?
druid from the Feywilds, you
Those must be like Walmart brand Feywild plants.
are. Right.
I'm sorry, what was the person that was just talking to me? That is the
Seti Shakir. That's Matt's character that I have to play right now.
so I can turn around and talk to him and ask, have you noticed that the foliage depicted here on this shield is from the Feywilds? Does that mean anything?
I wouldn't know anything about the Feywilds. They don't have Fey where I come from.
Yeah, I'm not really from a rural kind of area, so I admit that these kind of, plants kind of escaped me.
Would I have anything in my ancestral knowledge about the plants or the depiction on the shield?
Not from your ancestral knowledge, no.
So, horses and fey plants. What does that have to do with Hitaru and Zara?
paladin, you say, made this. Was that discovered through investigating, or is that something that's depicted on it?
We discovered that through investigation. Like, we investigated the arcana and gathered that it was from a paladin source of magic.
And a horse. Does a
Let's
horse
move the NPCs and spotlight closer.
If so, he's no reason to stare at that thing anymore.
First time I'm looking at it.
An hour's on this. I missed a whole combat session with table mimics.
I mean, we've spent ages looking at this sign. Shouldn't we be, I don't know, exploring the other routes or something? The people could be getting away right now.
Which way do you think they went?
So let's see. Who's got a good sense of direction in the party?
Spotlight probably does.
Spotlight. There's only one route that is unexplored other than the shield route.
Down.
Down and to the right.
Spotlight will point that way. We haven't gone that way yet, I don't think.
Well, what are we waiting for?
A rest. I ain't. Niv gets up.
Seems like a logical place to go. See if we can find them.
What? I don't remember this way either.
All right. I'm assuming Spotlight and Niv take the point then.
Yes.
I'm going to move for NPCs and SETI as a group. Everyone else, tokens are live.
NPCs
No.
and SETI. They're live. Saturday night.
Going down.
Anything particular about this passage that we note?
You don't see any traps, which is unique.
I see a room up ahead.
Oh. What's happening there?
Jem, could I get a dexterity saving throw?
Classic.
What's this?
Wow, I'm
I'm definitely not going to be first into the weird. What is that shit?
That looks
All right.
shiny.
You successfully make it through the trapless corridor, but I thought I'd like to draw everyone's attention to Jem flying through first.
Did Jem get completely healed previously?
He's still giving me shit. I'm like right next to him. I'm in the vicinity to destroy his shit, and he's like, I'm gonna trouble Blue. I'm gonna make this annoying for Blue.
As the room opens up, you see some crazy looking platform with a whole bunch of enchantments that are still glowing with energy.
Oh, look, it's a puzzle.
Not a puzzle. It's a problem.
It is a slight problem.
Since it's something magical, I'm assuming Seti's drawn to it.
Makes sense.
Said he starts drawing it immediately.
Seeing Seti go ahead, Jem will feel more comfortable to just continue her exploration.
What the heck is that thing?
Isla's gotta hide. next
Why
to
is Niv in a plastic bottle?
What?
What?
Oh, Aaron's audio quality was a little weird for a moment.
What? Wait, did my mic weird out?
Why is Niv in a plastic bottle?
I was like, huh? What
She
does that
shouldn't be.
mean? That's not where nibs go.
I don't know. I think Niv would do that if she could.
Jem, don't touch anything.
That's fascinating.
Niv says as they go to touch the circle thing.
Seti goes to stand on it, and he's just like awing over this thing.
Jem's looking around this area.
Is it magic? Richard, is it magic?
Is it magic?
Give me an Arcana check.
Jesus Christ.
Can I do
Yo,
that too?
crit, fail. Aw.
Yes.
Arcanes.
Can I do that after this?
No. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check on the vat of liquid.
That's actually a porta potty.
Oh no.
I rolled a 4. I rolled a 4.
You think it's a
Really
liquid.
related.
You think it's a... What is it?
You can only be certain if you touch it.
Yeah.
Can I do this?
This kind of has the same setup as the sauna room. I'm noticing. Do you see those bowls of coal over there? And there's liquid here. Water elementals, anyone?
Okay, it's magic, but like what?
It's a ritual. I haven't seen one this complicated since before I crossed the worlds to come here.
Can I roll investigation? See if
I'm
I
gonna
can put
roll
things
a
together.
D100. And if I get below a 25, I'm gonna do something weird. Ooh. It was close.
What were you gonna do?
Niv's really thinking about it, though.
Gem, as you continue onward, you see another shield magically blocking the path. Spotlight, as you investigate the liquid, it seems to be some sort of concoction created from the ingredients on the right side of the room. The ingredients on the right side of the room seem to be thoroughly prepared, chopped, already kind of used. The ones on the left side of the room don't seem to be used at all.
It's just stew. It's just a soup golem in progress.
It's just a soup golem in progress. Niv, what did you do?
I rolled a D100 to see if I was just going to try to dispel magic this thing. But I didn't quite roll low enough. But Niv is very heavily leaning towards trying to dispel magic this thing.